New videos every day.
Hey guys, it's Cassie. Today we're going to learn the forward figure 8. This is the most basic technique in twirling. It looks like this. When you're holding the baton, you want to hold it in the middle with your thumb facing the big tip end of the baton. So you've got the small tip and the big tip. You want your thumb facing the big tip and the big tip looking at the floor. When you're twirling, it's a tendency to want to grip onto that baton really tight. You want to keep it kind of loose. You want to keep it in between your thumb and this joint on your first finger, and that'll make it a lot easier for you to move the baton. So what we're going to do, we're going to make the big tip, we're going to scoop it down this way and then scoop it down the other way. So we like to say scoop of vanilla, scoop of chocolate, scoop of vanilla, scoop of chocolate. So you're just going to keep doing that. And it's a little easier when you're first learning to just go slow and make sure that you're rotating your wrist. A tendency for a lot of girls is to try to just go on the left side over and over again. But you've got to make sure that you turn it and go onto the right side as well. See how that goes? Scoop of vanilla, scoop of chocolate. And you just keep practicing that until you can do it smoothly. Another thing, when you're in tryouts and you're doing this for the judges, you want to make sure that your arm is up here level with your shoulders and not down here or not up here way high. You want to keep it straight in front of you. So now once you get that down with your right hand, you're going to want to pass to your left hand. Make an L shape with your left hand, and then when you come down here to pass, you're just going to set that baton in your hand, just like that. So you just come, set it in your hand. You don't have to throw it, you don't have to flip it. You're just going to set it in your hand like that. Easy, easy. And then you're doing the same thing with your left hand. You're taking the tip and you're scooping to the left, scooping to the right. And you're just going to keep scooping and go faster and faster until you can get it to look smooth. And it's going to take a little while. It's going to take several hours of doing this to make it look smooth like this. And then when you pass back, same thing. You're going to make a L with your right hand and just set the baton right there. You don't have to flip it. You don't have to throw it. Just set it. And that's it. Just keep practicing. Okay, let's look at how to do that slowly. So I've got my big tip here. I'm going to rotate it around and do a full circle. And then once it gets up to the top, I'm going to rotate it down this way and do a full circle. So I'm going to scoop it to the left and then scoop it to the right. And I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again and gradually get faster and faster until you're just spinning. From the side, I'm going to scoop it down and then scoop it down the other way. As you can see, most of the movement is in my wrist. My arm doesn't have to move at all to achieve this twirl. I'm just all in my wrist. And like I said, keep it really gentle between your thumb and the knuckle on your first finger so that you're not stiff with your wrist. You're really smooth and it can flow easily. Once you master the forward figure 8, the next basic move to learn is the front hand spin. Okay, to do this, again, we're working with our thumb and that joint of our first finger. If you grab the baton real tight, it's going to make it really hard to twirl. You need to keep it loose so that it spins. Okay, so start with your thumb facing the big tip, facing the ground. Put your left hand in an L. To start off, we're just going to lay that baton on that hand, right there between that thumb and your first joint on your finger. So I'm just laying it right there. Then I'm going to turn it one time and grab it with this thumb and this joint right there. I'm going to rotate it again with that hand and grab it with my left hand. Always have your hands in an L when you're grabbing this, and it'll make it a lot easier. See how I'm just keeping it, I'm keeping my hands in an L as I'm doing this each time I grab it. I'm not grabbing it real tight each time it comes around. It's got to go real loose and roll around your thumbs. And that's the front hand spin. In a future video, we're going to go over a pinwheel and a vertical toss. Thanks so much for watching. If you could, give me a thumbs up, comment on future videos you'd like to see, and subscribe to our page.